There's my boy Virgil. He wants to ask y'all to do something.
Press the subscribe button and the notifications bell right below this video.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, folks. Please subscribe, like, and share. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. And today, I'm going to show you how I make my homemade spaghetti. Let's get some deadly weapons out. Knife, a glass, and so forth. First thing I want to do is get my garlic ready. Gotta have fresh garlic. Got to have fresh garlic. And what I got the glass for is bang, bang. Yeah, you got to kill the garlic. That makes it easier to peel. And I'm going to put it into my chopper. Got some nice garlic today. Grace picked up. Yeah, I cut the top off. Yeah, there we go. This helps remove the shells. Sometimes I can do this without doing the crushing process. Yeah, there we go, nice. You see, these are nice garlic today. I love the smell of garlic. Let's see if I can get sure we'll cut off at one time. There we go. Hopefully I don't make this video too long. Hopefully everybody's doing good today. Since I couldn't get as many tomatoes today as I normally would like to use, I'll show you what I do in replacement. And I do have a secret ingredient that I'll be showing you later. Down to my last two pieces. Yeah, sometimes they'll shoot from across the room. Been a while since I've made spaghetti. My boy likes it. Actually, Grace likes it too. And me also. Now my next thing is we'll use 4 of the long green chilies. Since they are fresh vegetables. And they don't, as far as I know, they don't spray their crops here, so put them in the chopper. This gives it a little spice taste. Oh, I forgot to show you. I'm going to use 2 reasonable size red onions. And skin them here. Sometimes the red ones are a little hateful to skin. But we'll get her done. Now the onions I normally chop into 4 pieces, quarters. It makes it easier for my chopper to chop up. I use a small chopper, so. Some people call it a food processor. I like to call it a chopper because that's basically what it does. I'm getting my sauce will work out till I'm finished. It'll work out to be roughly right at it, maybe almost a gallon of sauce, thereabouts. Now, I do have a white onion here. This will be used after I get my sauce simmered down. And my next step is fresh tomatoes. Some of these are not too good, so I'm going to cut the bad part out. But first, what I want to do is go ahead and chop these up. This makes the cooking process much better too. As you can see, they're finely chopped. I'm not finished. Now I'm back on working on my tomatoes. Getting them cleaned up. There's one. Cut the tops off and any bad spots that I see. and I usually cut them in half or quarters depending on the size. Tomatoes here are about, they remind me of salad tomatoes. I've not been able to purchase any large tomatoes in my neighborhood. Yeah, I've got quite a few tomatoes that are not too healthy. That's okay. It'll be enough to do my little project today. So I can show you some what I do when I don't have an exact amount. I like splitting tomatoes open just in case they're bad on the inside. I like to inspect them, make sure they're nice and healthy. As you can see, they're looking good so far. I usually use my sauce to make a good pot when I have them available, when they're available at the market. About 2 kilos of good ripe tomatoes, and they've been hard to get lately. They got tomatoes, but they always pick them. They're so green. They're no good for my tomato sauce. Oh, good thing I looked. This one not too good. I have to get rid of the whole tomato. I get you. Yeah, 2 good pound, 3, something like that. Make a good pot of sauce. Today I've only got about a pound, so I have to use some other ingredients to bring my volume up, and I'll show you. Yeah. I'm going to process these. Now the reason I use this processor on my tomatoes, as you can see, it blends it up to where you don't have to worry about the peelings on the tomatoes. Well, I got one more thing I got to do. Almost forgot. Thank you. My next step in this process is Italian seasoning. Now I put, you can see that, 1 heaping tablespoon and about another half of one. Oh, it smells good. And also, this is not labeled, but it's oregano. Oh, it smells good. And I use a spoon of oregano. We'll have to get some more. And what I will do is I will blend that up in my chopped vegetables and tomatoes. And that will look like this. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to dump this into my pot. And it all come out cleanly, good. So much for that. Now, one of my secret ingredients is this plain old white vinegar. Now you need about 1/4 cup. Now I don't use a measuring because I've done this so many times I pretty well know. Right at 1/4 cup. Now since I didn't have enough tomatoes, I'm going to use some tomato sauce. This also will help give it a nice red color. I noticed this morning my inventory of tomato sauce is low. Now, my secret ingredient. For my hillbilly style. As you can see, it's pimentos. Chopped tomatoes. Now I put the liquid and all in there. Look like I want to process these. These are bigger chunks than what I normally get. What I'll do, I'll use my knife and kind of just rip them up. And put these in my sauce. I normally buy the pimentos that's already chopped. Pour the liquid off. That gives it flavor. And just slice these up. And I put them in the pot. Now, to boost the flavor, I use tomato paste. This also will help give you that deep red color. I use about a cup and a half. I got a small packet here. Because in this case here today, I'm going to have to add a little water. I'm almost where I need to be as far as level goes. And I'm going to have to add about 2 cups of water. There we go. Now I still have a white onion. This is for later use, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is stir all this. I'm not turning the heat on yet. I just want to get it blended. And there we go. I will cover it. And I will set this on my lowest heat setting. And I'll be back with you later. Of course, for you it'd be instantaneous. Hello everyone, I'm back. And I'm getting ready to peel my onion and update you on my sauce. It's been cooking now for about a little over an hour, maybe close to an hour and a half, to be honest with you. And what I want to do is turn the heat off for now and get my onion prepared. Excuse me. Now I'm not going to be using the chopper this time. This is a standard white onion, about average size. And I'm de-skinning it, as you can tell. Sometimes they can be a little hateful. And I'll get it done. Now you can use any type of onion you wish. I just prefer the white on this particular step. At this point in time, if you taste your sauce, it may be a little spicier than what you expect. But that's okay, because when you add the rest of the ingredients, it will tone it down. Now I want to slice my onion and I want to dice it. Average size pieces. I'll show you just in a moment. I really need a larger cutting board for my projects, because I got large hands. This board's designed for Grace. She got much smaller hands and she can work much easier with it. But we manage. And you see that I have my onions chopped similar, as you can see. They're not huge, they will break up in smaller pieces. Now my next step is preheating my pan for I want to brown my meat. Hopefully you heard that, and I have to turn away from it. Now I want to add 2 or 3 tablespoons of oil just to keep the meat from sticking. Now this particular pan is it's not a non-stick pan, so I have to preheat it and get it prepped so my meat won't stick. Now if you're using a non-stick pan, you only need probably 1 teaspoon of oil if you prefer, or maybe none at all. I'm opening my meat up. We got lucky this time. We got some ground beef that they actually had a little fat in it. Normally, it's so lean, it's got a weird taste. It tastes like cardboard. I'm getting the Italian seasoning out again because I will be using it. Now the pan, you need to, if you're using a pan that's not a non-stick, you need to roll oil around it. There's just very little oil in this pan. I know it probably looked like I dumped a whole load in it, but they're just a small amount. I'm waiting for my pan to get hot, if you wonder what I'm doing. Let me turn my exhaust fan on. There we go. I normally wait till I see a little smoke rise. And I can use a metal spatula in this case. This meat should be pretty. Well, thawed, I hope. But it was frozen. Mitt. Just bear with me, people, please. And it still froze a little bit. It's no big deal. It just takes a little time to get it to work with me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm working on getting it calm. Just bear with me. I'm turning it as I get a little bit at a time. When we go grocery shopping, we always, because we get enough to do it for the month, and so we actually freeze the bulk of our meat. I want to brown this meat fairly good. See if I can get the meat to break apart. Just bear with me, folks. I'm sorry about taking so long. I expected my meat to be thawed by now. I guess I was wrong. Getting there, almost. Get it to roll over. While we're waiting on that part, let me get a spoon. I'm getting a teaspoon right now, and we're going to add some Italian seasoning. You've seen earlier with my sauce, I put 2 spoons in. I'm getting ready to do the same with the meat. Two spoons Italian seasoning. And my oregano. 1 spoon. We're almost there. I've about got it tamed. Ah, yes, we're getting there now. That's the best part. Now let's get into getting this all stirred up. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but all I'm doing is just stirring the meat. That's pretty well self-explanatory. All the Italian seasoning and oregano mixed in with it. And I like to brown my meat pretty good for my spaghetti sauce. It gives it a little more texture. And here we go. Next, I want to put my onions in. And I want to blend those in. The onions actually gives the, in this step, gives the Italian seasoning and oregano a little bit of a boost. You lose a lot of the onion taste, but that's okay. And you notice I am stirring pretty rapidly. What I'm trying to do is blanch the onions, because I want to try to save some of them for a little texture. Looks like my meat ends up being drier than I expected, but that's okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the heat off. And I'm going to stir a little more while the temperature is dropping, so I can keep the onions blanched evenly. Alright. Now, I'll give you a view. Hopefully, if I can get my camera in a position where I can tell what's going on. As you can see, the meat is well browned and the onions are blanched. Now, what I'm going to do, this is going to go into my sauce. Oh, it smells so good. And I want to stir it into my sauce. You remember now, I just turned the heat off on the sauce. Now what I'm going to do, I got this blended in. I want to kind of sample it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but look at that. That's so nice. Woo! Ah. Dripped on my hand. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, another important step. No heat, cover it, and what I do, I let mine set for a couple of hours. It's still early in the day and I'm not ready to make the noodles, but I figure everybody knows how to prepare noodles. Everybody does it basically the same. And that is my spaghetti sauce. And if you don't mind, if you notice I'm all sweaty right now because the kitchen's quite warm. If you don't mind, please subscribe, like, and share. And maybe I'll share another recipe with you soon.